Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by for yet another video. I do appreciate that, and as always I appreciate you. So, over here at the Washington Post, now link is always in the description, so you can come over here and read it yourself if you want to, but it says hurricane warning for northern Gulf Coast as Nate to strike Saturday night. New Orleans at risk. Alright, here we have, it says Tropical Storm Nate could potentially make landfall on the U.S. Gulf Coast as a hurricane over the weekend. And this right here is showing it right over the Caribbean Sea, however you want to pronounce it. So this is it currently, I believe, over the Caribbean Sea. So it's just showing it form there. So let's go on here. It says at least 22 people in after killing at least 22 people in Nicaragua and Costa Rica, Tropical Storm Nate is on a collision course with the northern U.S. Gulf Coast. Southeast Louisiana, including vulnerable New Orleans, lies in its path. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know that this had happened. I just read a story on this yesterday, and I didn't come across this. So this must just be recent, overnight. So the storm's already turned deadly. It's already killed 22 people in Nicaragua and Costa Rica, and it's just a tropical storm right now, and it's supposed to strengthen into a hurricane before it possibly hits around New Orleans. I mean, that would not be right. But you can see like the path here, and this is where it's projected to go. Now, at least the worst of it seems like it's going to hit around Mississippi and Alabama. Let's see, the storm was predicted to intensify into a hurricane, should make landfall between late Saturday night or early Sunday morning. Damaging winds and flooding threaten the region from roughly Morgan City, Louisiana to Pensacola, Florida. So this thing is probably going to do some damage which we don't need, So it's my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's already been affected and those that have lost their lives and their families that are dealing with those tragedies. And I'm just hoping everyone on the Gulf Coast is preparing for this storm, because I really do. Like, along the coast near and just to the east of where the storm center moves ashore, a storm surge or rise in ocean water of several feet above normally dry land is expected. Life-threatening storm surges, flooding is likely along portions of the northern Gulf Coast. A storm surge warning has already been issued from Morgan City, Louisiana to Alabama, Florida border, the National Hurricane Center said. They also go on to say that hurricane warnings for the southeastern Louisiana and coastal Mississippi and Alabama, including Biloxi and Mobile, says New Orleans and Pensacola are under a tropical storm warning and hurricane watch, and both are included in the storm surge warning zone. It says rain bands and tropical storm force winds could begin there as soon as Saturday afternoon. So we're talking about tomorrow afternoon. It should start to arrive. It says, while somewhat disorganized, Nate has emerged over the warm waters of the Caribbean, where it has begun to strengthen at 2 p.m. Friday. It packed 50-mile-an-hour winds and was centered 125 miles east-southeast of Cozumel. The storm is booking to the northwest at 20 miles an hour, so it's moving fast too. Now here's what's this say? By Saturday, after raking over the Yucatan Peninsula, the storm will emerge in the Gulf of Mexico, where it could gain more strength before slamming into the U.S. Gulf Coast Saturday night or early Sunday morning. And here's another map of the actual projections right now. So I mean, it can move anywhere within this projection, So. And it is probably more than likely it is going to be a hurricane by time it does hit the Gulf Coast. But it does, well, look right here. It says, while the official National Hurricane Forecast indicates Nate will be a Category 1 hurricane at its U.S. landfall, the intensity forecast is very challenging. A range of intensities is possible at landfall. So it could even become a Category 2 or 3, it's saying down here, because of the fact it's hitting these warm waters in the Gulf. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that. The storm's already turned deadly, unfortunately. And so my thoughts, prayers go out to everyone in Nicaragua and Costa Rica that have already been affected by this storm. And everyone needs to watch the storm from Louisiana to Florida and be prepared and make the appropriate decisions whether you should leave or whatnot. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to get this out there, and like I said, any more updates come along, I'll be sure to pass them on. Thanks again for watching these videos and supporting the channel. Have a blessed day.